Now, I need to mention this so-called Mean Girls controversy that's overtaking federal Labor. As you know, it relates to the late Kimberley Kitching, the right faction Labor senator who died suddenly last week. The claims of bullying are a serious issue and Labor needs to address them, especially given Labor has spent the past year trying to smear the Coalition and Scott Morrison with claims about a misogynistic culture in Parliament House. That Kitching was out of step with many of her colleagues is not in question. I spoke to her about it. She discussed it with many other people much closer to her than me. And of course, it all fits in with the reality that I've discussed on this show many, many times. And that is that the left are great haters and they often target Conservatives with abuse, especially Conservative women. Just ask Nicole Flint. And Kimberley Kitching was very true to the traditions and values of the Labor right. That is, she was strong on the US alliance, tough on communist China, strong on family values and our core civic institutions. And to the socialist left of the Labor Party, this made her the internal enemy. That's just how politics works. It's a robust caper, and Kimberley Kitching understood that. But there are a few developments now that are worth mentioning. First, while Labor Senators Wong, Kristina, Keneally and Katy Gallagher have issued a statement denying they bullied Kitching, Wong admitted one of the central claims, that she had made a sharp reference to Kitching not having children. Wong says she apologised to Kitching about this when it happened 2 years ago and that she understood the apology was accepted. All three senators say claims of bullying are untrue and other assertions about their behaviour are also inaccurate. Still, there's a clear admission there was substance to one of the central accusations. So much substance it led to an apology, and we also know that the Mean Girls term was one used by Kitching, stemming as it does from a teen movie. The Labor leader Anthony Albanese has been exposed as weak on this issue. Instead of expressing concern or initiating an investigation, he played up use of the term Mean Girls and used it to somehow portray the three senators accused of bullying as the victims.
I find it astonishing that in 2022 I get a question using the term Mean Girls. I find that extraordinarily disrespectful to describe strong, articulate, principled women like Wong, Katy Gallagher and Kristina Keneally. I find it astonishing and a throwback. Decades.
Yesterday, Albanese's deputy, Richard Marles, who Kitching had complained to about these issues, refused to even confirm what had transpired.
Did she raise allegations of bullying with you?
Yeah, I'm just not going to walk down that path.
Kimberley told friends that you were going to help her after she was dumped from that committee. Is that something you did?
Again, I'm not going to walk down that path. I'm not saying it's not a fair question.
When will these allegations be dealt with if it's not now? Can you give me a date?
Well, right now, it is about honouring Kimberley Kitching.
And former Labor MP Emma Husar has also spoken out. She's previously claimed to have been on the wrong end of bullying treatment inside the Labor Party, and she's had allegations thrown her way too. Husar has added to the Kimberley Kitching Mean Girls controversy, telling the Daily Telegraph, a woman lost her life and there were circumstances that point to the Labor Party. But what Albo is doing here by turning the phrase around is absolute gaslighting. This is the phrase Kimberley Kitching used to describe her alleged bullies. If this was a different sort of worksite, where would the ALP, which says it's the party of workers, be then? Now, she went on to say, Labor gets away with this because the left-leaning sections of the media believe in progressive politics and think that just because it's the ALP and they have more women in Parliament, they are better. Labor is far more toxic and far more manipulative than the Liberal Party. Obviously, these are issues the Labor leader needs to confront, at least in the public debate, if not with some sort of inquiry into his own party's culture. Here's what he said on Adelaide Radio this morning.
Do you think that there is a bullying culture within the ALP that you need to address?
No, I don't. And I think that the people who've been targeted here, Penny Wong, Kristina, Keneally and Katy Gallagher, are people that I'm very proud to have as part of my team. That's not to say that we can't always look to do better. Politics is a really tough business.
So far today, even though he's in South Australia supposedly campaigning with the state Labor leader on the last day of a state election campaign, Albanese hasn't been seen. He hasn't held a media conference. He's been in hiding. The Prime Minister's been seen. He was in Western Australia.
Well, I think this is a matter for Anthony Albanese, and I think he's the one who needs to answer these questions. And he's gone into hiding. I mean, the first, where is Anthony Albanese? I mean, where is he on this issue? Richard Marles didn't answer any questions on this yesterday either. I mean, there are many questions that have been put here. And frankly, as soon as things get a bit difficult for the Leader of the Opposition, he goes missing. He vanishes.
Not a good look, is it? Kimberley Kitching's funeral is on Monday. Senators Wong, Keneally and Gallagher have announced that they will now all attend that funeral to recognise and respect her contribution to public life.